Well, guys, me, the professor here, the 3 factors for being the greatest Melee player of all time. I know we don't all agree on who the GOAT is. Leave a comment below my last 2 retro videos, but we have to agree on the factors. There are 3 factors making you the greatest of all time. We could scroll through my favorite list all day here. Factor 1, obviously, is how long you dominated for. And Zayn has dominated 2025, 2024, 2023, 2022, 2021 really dominated. Well, 3, 4, and then 2020 really dominated. He's got 4 in a row, plus 2 down here. Maybe you could argue Zayn hasn't, no, factor 2. Factor 2. Factor 1 is how long you dominated for. Zayn is right there with anybody else. Maybe you could argue HBox had a good stretch too. He also has 1 major this year. Factor 2. How hard did you dominate? Yes, Cody. Yes, I was saying before, yes, Zayn does not win every major. Cody's got 3 this year, but Zayn wins a majority, guys. He really wins a majority at a time when the skill level of this game is so much better than anything we've ever seen before, like back in the day. I mean, I guess you could argue 2023 doesn't dominate. He still wins the most majors, still with 4. 2022, I mean, Mango's still doing good. Early 22, he's got the first 3, and then 2 more later. That's still pretty impressive. And of course, 2024. But let's talk about Factor 3. Of course, this is the most recent meta. This is Riptide. You can't say anyone's on these 2 guys' level this year. Not even HBox. These 2 are on a whole nother level. But Factor 3. Factor 3 is that we've already seen this fight 1,000 times. This was a great set here, but Zayn really dominates Cody Riptide. This is the last major. We'll see what happens in Nouns Tokyo. It's only a week away. I believe it's only a week and a day away. I got to double check that, but it's coming up soon. Check out my prediction videos. Check out my pool prediction video for that. I have dropped a lot of videos. We'll drop more this weekend. Zayn misses the forward smash on the right side of the stage. Beautiful shine spike by Cody, but doesn't get the kill. Rather, he does get the kill with the up smash. But guys, Factor 3. And in my opinion, the most important factor. Now, some of you guys would say, no, the only things that matter is how many majors you won and how much you dominated during your time period. But Factor 3, guys, and the most important factor, guys, your future potential. Wow, Zayn gets cooked. This said I like Yoshi's Island, the Dream Man sense, obviously. Let's see if Zayn could run this back. He's down 2 stocks. Let's see what the GOAT could do here. The most important factor. I mean, maybe you have a different criteria for being the GOAT. Leave a comment below if you have a different criteria for being the GOAT. But the most important factor is future potential. Zayn, guys, let's freeze this for a second. GOAT is right in his prime, guys. He's got the last 4 majors. How could you argue any of, who else are you going to argue? HBox? Maybe you'd argue HBox. I mean, maybe you could argue Mango, actually, when he comes back. He's got to stay out of trouble, though, when he comes back. I mean, Mango did win some majors as soon as, 2024. He had a rough end to 2024. He actually had a rough start to 2025, too, before he got in trouble. I think he's going to come back better than ever. I am a Mango fan. I hate to admit it, I'm a big Mango fan, but guys, Mewtwo King has no future potential in this game. We saw him in 2025 in S Factor. Armada has no future potential in this game. Ken has no future potential in this game. Zayn is in his prime, guys. So even if you think the other 2 factors, even if you're going to argue, well, HBox dominated a little bit longer than Zayn, or HBox dominated a little bit harder, or Ken, you might argue Ken dominated a little bit harder than Zayn did in this 4-year run. And yes, has a 4-year run. Zayn has a 4-year run, which is very impressive. Nice up smash. That's going to kill, though. He's going to lose this. Oh, no, he's going to win this set. He's actually going to win this set. Let's see what they pick back to. Zayn's so good at any stage. They go back to Battlefield. Or they go back to Yoshi's again. I think Zayn's going to win this run back at Yoshi's, too. Because it's, what is this, a 2-1 set? But, guys, leave a comment below. What are the factors? What are the 3 factors to be considered the greatest of all time? I think it's one more time. Future potential, most important. How long of a time span you dominated for and how well you dominated. That's 3. In that time span, yes, you could even argue, we could scroll all the way down this list, not to get carried on about this debate, but like Isaiah or even Ken, really dominated early on. By the way, I value the later days of Melee better than the early days of Melee because the game really moved further. I mean, I know that's kind of a garbage argument, but I don't care who won the NBA championship or the ABA championship before the NBA. What was it, 1940? It was before the wars, 1930. You'd have to go back and check. When did the NBA become the NBA? As time moves on, the leagues get much more advanced. And Zayn and Cody are really dominating now, but Zayn's really been ahead. Leave a comment below. Do you agree with Melee Professor's 3 factors for being the greatest player of all time? Hope everyone's having a good Friday night. Make sure you subscribe. See you guys.